Good morning. My name is Zoe, and welcome to our Sunday Live Dharma. I've been coming to our temple for about 5 years, and I'm looking forward to another year of being in this community. During this time, my spiritual practice has grown. Years ago, 20 minutes of seated meditation felt like eons. My mind and body were also pretty disconnected. So I was sometimes grumpy about doing Qi Gong or movement meditation. There has been a shift though. 20 minutes of seated meditation is okay, especially after learning to observe my thoughts without getting so attached to them. And Qi Gong or movement meditation is a lovely way to honor the body, which is working so hard to sustain our lives, sometimes without our conscious awareness. Last spring, I faced some challenges in my personal life. I felt overwhelmed. I was grateful for our spiritual community as a place to ground and recenter. I even attended Reverend Won Gong's world-famous silent gratitude retreat at the Southern Dharma Retreat Center. It was an important experience for me. Imagine 7 days without looking at your phone or speaking. The road to the center itself is unpaved and windy. And in my mind, I thought, wow, this retreat is only for serious meditators. I was intimidated. After a day or so, I eased into the slower rhythm of life and felt warmth from my Dharma friends. In a one-on-one meeting with Reverend Won Gong, I remember getting emotional as I expressed gratitude for this special opportunity to slow down and to prioritize my own sacred and evolving spiritual practice. As we dive into this new year, I want to emphasize how our temple and community are here to accompany you on your spiritual path. And I hope that some of my reflections demonstrate that. There are many ways to get involved, whether it's attending services, Dharma study, volunteering, or signing up for a meditation retreat. In my humble opinion, when we walk the spiritual path together, we find strength, love, and compassion on this windy road. I really look forward to the year ahead with each of you, who are each a beacon of light. Now, let us begin our practice by reading the Essential Dharmas of Daily Practice on page 11. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. Let us turn a self-serving mind into a mind that serves the good of all. Please stand behind your mat and welcome Lars, who will lead us in our Qi Gong movements to align our bodies and energy.
Good morning, friends. Good morning at home. Make sure, just shake yourself out. One foot in front of the other on your spot. And maybe rock side to side, front and back. Let's pull our thumbs on our belly button. Just naturally drop your hands on your lower abdomen. Let's feel our breathing center where we're taking a deep breath in for about 5 seconds and expand our lower abdomen. And breathing out, pushing the air back out. Pay attention to your feet. Make sure your feet are about hip-width apart. We're growing roots right behind the ball of our feet. Our knees are not locked, they're relaxed. Our body is upright. Shoulders are relaxed and dropping down. Chin is tucked in. Keep breathing and expand your belly. And breathe out. Let's drop our hands. And when we're breathing in, let's bring our palms up. Imagine almost hugging a tree. And then we're breathing out. Just drop the energy back to our ground. Sink a little bit deeper in your knees. And we breathing in, rise. And breathe out. Relax. Breathe in. And out. In. And out. Breathe in. Join our palms together. Breathe in again. Push your energy straight up and stretch. And breathe out. Imagining brushing the inside of a snow globe. And breathing in. Join your palms and breathing in. And relax. Again, breathe in. Join our fingers. Breathe in again. Push, stretch. And breathe out. Relax. And again, breathing in. Breathe in again. And relax. This time we're breathing in. Bring your hands and arms straight in front of you, straight above us, all the way on top. Look at your hands. And we're breathing out. Fold at your hip. Pull heaven to earth. Just drop it right below your knees. And then gently bend your knees, breathing in, lifting yourself back up. And again, breathing in, hands and arms straight in front of you. Look at your hands. Breathe out. Keep looking at your hands. Fold until you're parallel to the ground. Drop heaven to earth. And then slightly bend your knees, breathing in. Feel lifted by your shoulders. Standing back up. And again, breathing in one more time. And breathe out. Pull heaven to earth. Breathe in. Stand back up. Let's step out into a marbu. It's a little bit wider, like you're riding a horse. Make sure you have enough space and give your gut partner to the left and to the right enough space. And we're breathing in. Our hands come up. Push them to one side like you're pushing a bowstring. Imagine you're pulling a bow and breathing out. Relax. Let's go to the other side. Breathing in. Breathe in. Pull the bow taut. And relax. And to the other side, breathing in. And breathe out. Switch. Breathe in. And out. And to the other side, breathe in. Put all your worries in that arrow. Hold your attention and breathe out. And to the other side, any anxiety, any stress, and relax. One more round, breathing in. Now really focus on holding that tension. Hold, and relax. And back to the other side. Breathe in, hold, and relax. Let's drop our hands. Let's put them on our hip. Let's fold forward. Let's all go to the left. And here we go into a high marble. Breathing in, look and arch gently behind yourself. And then we're breathing out, fold forward. Switch to the other side. Breathing in on the way up. Gently arch your back. Try to look behind yourself. And breathe out, falling back forward. And switch. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Switch, breathe in. And out. And one more round, breathing in. And out. One more time. Breathe in. And out. Just come to the center and gently lift yourself, standing back straight. Let's put our feet hip width apart again. Let's breathing in, bring our hands straight back up. This time we will scoop the energy on one side, look to that side, we scoop in the energy, and then we breathing out, pushing the energy towards our outstretched arm, and we're switching to the other side, breathing in, scoop, and breathe out. Push, and breathing in, and out. Switching from one side to the other, breathing in and out. In and out. Imagine the interplay between yin and yang. Breathe, gather the energy, and push the energy back out. Breathing in one more time, and push. Breathe in, and push. One last time, breathing in and push. Now imagine we are birds, we are crane, breathing in. Our hands are wings, they're coming up halfway, and we're breathing out again. Sink in your knees. We're breathing in, make some crane speaks, and they're coming right up to your shoulders. And breathe out, sink. This time we're breathing in, bring your hands all the way up, come on your tippy toes, stretch, 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 and breathe out, relax. Breathing in, halfway up to your shoulders, and relax. Breathe in. Feel your wings inflating with air and relax, breathing out. And breathe in all the way up, push, 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 and come on your tippy toes and relax. One last round, breathing in and out. Breathe in, out. And breathe in, wings fully inflate, come up on your tippy toes like you take flight, and relax. Breathing in, this time we bring our palms straight up our hands, join our palms, and we're breathing out, slowly bringing our palms to our third eye. Let's rest on our third eye, breathing one more time. And once we're breathing out, let's bring our palms to our heart center. We rest on our heart center. Breathe in And breathe out, just bring our hands back to our sides. And one last time, breathing in. Join our palms above our head. Breathe out. Bring our palms to our third eye. Rest. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring our palm to our heart center. Breathing in. And breathing out. Thank you, friends, for joining us this morning. Now please join us in offering 4 bows to the Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the marvelous gift of nature and the universe. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us to live in harmony and create mutual well-being.
I'll be just sharing some of the method of sitting meditation. This one is originally from our scripture, the chapter on the Dharma of seated meditation. And the wordings are slightly more, polished to make it easy for us to follow. And some of you are very familiar with this if you've been practicing with us past years. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. Please take the time to find your most comfortable position, your most comfortable position on the floor or in a chair. Are you taking the time? Rock back and forth and side to side until your body feels comfortable and centered. Scan your entire body to see if there is any tension. If you notice any tension, you know what to do. Breathe out, release, let go of it. Let go of tension in your face, let go of tension in your head, neck, and shoulders. Let go of tension from your minds, thoughts, whatever internal activities, internal, external tensions. We let go. Breathe out, let go. Breathe in, notice tension. Breathe out, release any mental or physical uneasiness. Again and again, relax your whole body. It is okay to slouch a little bit if that feels more natural. But if your body agrees, gradually sit up tall, a bit taller, and taller. You may start to feel your lower back, lumbar 4 and 5 area growing stronger. Your chest and heart opening more and more. Now, you may open your eyes softly and look straight ahead. Straight ahead. And simply relax your eyelids. Keep your ears aligned with your shoulders and tuck your chin in slightly. Again, breathe in, notice any tension in the posture. Breathe out, release any uneasiness. Bring your awareness to your tongue. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. While your tongue is relaxed on your palate, pure and clear saliva may gather in the mouth. This is a delightful sign of a cool energy ascending. Enjoy and smile at your calm and clear spirit. Invite your awareness to return to your lower abdomen, Tanjan, the Qi energy field. Tanjan is located about 2 inches below your navel. the power center of your breathing. Feel your lower abdomen tension as you breathe in and out. If your face or body begins to itch, simply notice the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may consider changing position very slowly and gently. In that way, you maintain a calm stillness while moving, and also honor the silent practice of those around you. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed by them. Do not react to your thoughts or pursue them. They are just thoughts, not reality. The thoughts will disappear by themselves if we don't pay attention to. Breathe out, release. Simply bring your awareness back to your breathing, back to your tension, abiding awareness. When our minds are calm, concentrated, and perfectly focused, we will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. In that deep samadhi meditation, we may experience that there is no longer distinction between self and others, free from the concepts and limits of time and place. How grateful we are to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, deeply aware of our ever calm, ever alert spirit. Ever calm, ever alert spirit.
Ju. 천지연기야 심정 만사여외 아심통 찬지여와 동일체 아요 찬지 동심정 천지연기야 심정 만사여외야 심통 천지여와 동일체 아요 천지 동심정 천지연기야 심정 만사여외야 심통 천지여와 동일체 아요 천지 동심정 천지연기야 심정 만사여외야 심통 천지여와 동일체 아요 천지 동심정 천지연기야 심정 만사여외야 심통 천지여와 동일체 아요 천지 동심정 천지연기야 심정 만사여외야 심통 천지여와 동일체 아요 천지 동심정 천지연기야 심정 만사여외야 심통 천지여와 동일체 아요 천지 동심정 천지연기야 심정 만사여외야 심통 천지여와 동일체 아요 천지 동심정. Palms together. Prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts. Wanaomnida, Wanaomnida, Kanjori, Kanjori, Wanaomnida, Ne Sonkil Danun Kot, Ne Palkil Mamunun Kot, Ne Umsong Marechinun Kot, Ne Maun Kyanghanun Kot Mada Uri Modu Damke, Uri Modu Damke, Sangbu Jejum Inyani, Dwe Achida. I wish and pray, sincerely and truly, where my hands hands touch the world, where my feet walk on the earth, where my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together share a true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and helping all living beings.
Page 9. 이런 상바 Iran is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings and laws, the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Till one manifests as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence, till one unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is viewed as impermanent, till one unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the four forms of birth we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Il One Song, the Dharma Kaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Il One and become one with the nature of Il One.
This morning, our very good temple friend and steadfast live streaming engineer, Nick Wan Hei-Wol, is sharing a Dharma talk called Aspirations for a New Year. Let us warmly welcome Nick.
Good morning. So each year we have a tradition of starting off with goals and intentions. This unique opportunity allows us to come together as a community in solidarity and support as we work to improve our hearts, minds, and practice. Sharing our aspirations openly with the community can help tap into that energy and also provide some ideas for others. One thing I really appreciate about Won Buddhism is its emphasis on practicality, and that applies to intentions and aspirations. So I tried to make my intentions as practical as possible. The first one I want to talk about is journaling. I've been journaling somewhat regularly since I started taking classes at the Won Institute of Graduate Studies. And in Won Buddhism, journaling plays a very important role in our practice. Pausing at the end of the day allows us time to reflect on our practice and how we've used our minds. It also provides an outlet to put spiritual realizations on paper so that we can better understand them and remember them. One type of journaling that we do in Won Buddhism is the functioning of the mind and body. When going over the functioning of the mind and body, the entries are very practical. You write out the experience without bias, you describe the situation, and then you describe how you responded in your minds and actions. After that, you reflect on what you learned or how you could do better in the future. Master Sote-san explains these journal entries in the Principal Book of Won Buddhism, Part 3, Chapter 6. The idea behind having practitioners keep a record of the handling of the function of their bodies and minds is so that we may appraise our right and wrong conduct for the day and know the balance of the transgressions or merits we have made, and to illuminate the right and wrong, benefit or harm, so as to gain the ability to make choices whenever we engage in any kind of activity. By recording this functioning of our body and mind, we can work to improve our actions, our thoughts, and even our spiritual practice. So one goal that I have for this year is to be consistent with my journaling practice. I want to dedicate 5 to 10 minutes in the evening to reflect and write out one functioning of the mind and body each day. I also would like to share these with my Sangha and my teachers when appropriate. And by dedicating this time to reflection, I hope to develop a more refined understanding of my own practice and how I can grow. To give you an example, here's a passage that I wrote in the fall of last year. For some context, I recently started working as a customer service team lead. And this is an example of functioning of body and mind. Today, I had to have a performance conversation with one of my agents. While I had communicated the urgency of the situation to them previously, they hadn't made improvements. I dreaded the idea of having this conversation. I thought of every way that it could possibly go wrong, and as a result, the day felt heavy, and I found my mood low. I found it difficult to get my other work done. When I did talk to them about it, they ended up understanding the situation. While they weren't happy, they took it as an opportunity to excel and improve. I was very caught up in fear of something going wrong and had inadvertently made the entire rest of my day difficult. I also hadn't considered how the agent's lack of performance impacted the other team members who often needed to clean up after them. Avoiding that conversation would have prevented them from having that opportunity to grow. In the future, I'm going to get this out of the way earlier in the day and make an effort to let go of anxieties and worries that I don't need to carry. I'll also try to be better about communicating these expectations and their importance so that I'll know it will never be a surprise for the agents. End passage. Taking time to reflect back on this situation gave me an opportunity to view it in a new light. At first, I was scared of even having the conversation with them. And I began to notice a pattern of feeling like I wanted to avoid difficult conversations. But once that conversation was over a few weeks, the agent managed to improve. And they eventually even thanked me for having that conversation with them, unprompted. Looking back on this passage and this situation, I saw that clear communication, while uncomfortable in the short term, led to a better outcome in the long term. And that has helped inspire me to be more direct and clear with those around me. This is one of the most powerful parts about journaling, is it allows us to look back at the patterns and previous reflections we've made and come to even deeper realizations. Recently, I've been using this Maum journal. I've been doing my best to record journal entries in here. And I found it quite helpful, as it kind of has just the full formatting that already exists there. You have the date, the title, then the body text, and then something to just write a brief "Today I'm grateful for" as well. It's a really nice size, and it's made it very convenient, but you don't necessarily need a dedicated journal like this. Whatever works for you is good. I found it very helpful for encouraging my reflection. And while the journaling is important, I've also noticed that at the end of the day, I often find myself exhausted. One pattern I've noticed over the past year or so is that while I do have some free time during the day, instead of taking time to rest, I often find myself gravitating towards news, texts, scrolling through Reddit, looking at social media, and as a result, by the end of the day, I find myself overwhelmed by everything that's been going on. It feels like a continuous stream of engagement and energy being pulled out. In chapter 3, Practice, verse 3, Master Sotae-san states, "A person whose mind aspires to the great practice does not get distracted by desires for trivial things. Thus, a practitioner whose aspiration is to achieve Buddhahood must disregard worldly cravings and desires." While it can be easy to fall into old habits or practices, such as browsing Reddit or reading the news when I have downtime, taking a moment to pause and reflect when dealing with these desires allows for a different outcome. It also helps put things in perspective when I'm super tired before bed and don't want to do my journaling. My current job as a team lead at a customer service contact center involves lots of messages and communications. It can sometimes feel like my awareness is pulled in every direction all the time, sending and receiving hundreds of messages every day, in addition to being in and out of meetings and staring at screens because I work from home. So to help avoid these distractions and improve my rest, I aim to spend more time in nature and schedule intentional time each day to simply rest, in meditation or taking a quick walk in nature while completely unplugged from screens or distractions. Cultivating our spirit is a foundational aspect of Won Buddhism and helps provide the foundation for us to engage with sensory conditions mindfully and with equanimity. In the passage of Timeless Sun, in the principal book of Won Buddhism, Master Sotae-san states that we should give rise to a mind that does not abide anywhere, and states that if we understand this principle and practice, even a farmer wielding a hoe, a carpenter wielding a hammer, an official seeing to an administrative matter, or a manager at a call center typing an email can practice sun. He really said that. Can you believe that? The goal of our practice is not to seclude ourselves from daily life, but rather to engage with it in a healthy and meaningful way. In the same vein, we can all practice sun or meditation, even on our most busy and hectic days. In fact, these days are the most important ones for us to practice. While it can be easy to practice in a quiet and calm environment like this one, I found myself thrown into a management position, and often different tasks and messages are thrown at me all the time. So with all of these things competing for my attention, I feel like I need a dedicated approach to calm down and slow myself during the day. As a result, I want to set the intention this year to, whenever I receive a message or task, to return to my breath. Take a deep breath in, pause, and then respond. In this way, the message and task becomes a blessing, an opportunity to respond with compassion and mindfulness instead of reactivity and anxiety for all of the work that I need to get done. Now, this goal is a small but meaningful step towards timeless meditation and placeless meditation. But to bring it back full circle, I hope to record this item in my mindfulness journal. Another useful aspect of it here is a little item of mindfulness checkbook that you can utilize to keep track of how you're doing on the day. It's a lot simpler than writing out a full passage, and this is another option that you can use to reflect on your mindfulness throughout the day if you feel like writing an entire passage doesn't work well for you. I know I find it helpful, as even this year I struggled to get a passage down every day. Now, these practices aren't anything new to me, and many of you are likely familiar with them as well, but I hope to go into this new year with a renewed zeal and dedication to implementing all of these practices in my daily life. I hope that taking the time to be intentional about rest and cultivation, spending time reflecting and journaling at the end of each day, and being mindful about how I respond to new messages and tasks will allow me to grow as a practitioner and as a person. I'd also like to encourage you to consider taking up or continuing your already taken up aspirations and intentions for this year. I'm excited to practice these and learn as I continue to walk this path, and I'm extremely grateful to be walking it alongside all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick, for that sincere, beautiful, and very practical talk. I really appreciate the concrete examples that you gave. I think it inspires us to look for those same concrete things that we can do in our own lives to achieve our aspirations. And I love the idea of journaling each night for just 5 to 10 minutes. I've struggled with finding time for journaling, so I am going to make that one of my aspirations for the year. So thank you. Now, let us quietly reflect on what Nick has shared with us. Friends at home, you are also invited to do the same in your journal or post your reflections in the live chat. We really appreciate learning about your thoughts, questions, and takeaways.
And friends in the Dharma Hall, you are welcome to pair up in small groups and share your thoughts and takeaways with each other.
Thank you for your active conversation and sharing and listening. Have you heard about the monks' walk for peace? Yeah. About 20 Buddhist monks are walking for peace from Texas to Washington, D.C., to spread messages of loving kindness, compassion, and inner peace. I have listened to their talks and learned that this long-distance walk involves many physical and mental challenges, yet they remain determined and will not give up. To support their inspiring journey, we invite you to stay connected with their pilgrimage, holding them in your heart and offering support in any way you can. Inspired by the monks, Reverend Sean and I have been offering a bowing practice since January 1st of this year. Bowing for peace is now extended to our entire community. Beginning today, we invite you to join us in offering as many bows as you can each day for 21 days, continuing through January 31st. You may practice at home or here in the temple anytime between 7:30 to 8:30 a.m., 8 to 9 p.m. You are also welcome to stay right after Saturday or Sunday services to participate in bowing for peace. Now, may I invite us all to a moment of silence with the palms together to wish the monks safe and peaceful journeys and to pray for the energy of peace to awaken in our hearts, in this country, and throughout the world.
All right. We have some announcements. First, did anybody lose their car keys? Now that I have your attention, I can tell you about children's meditation. Sorry, that was terrible. I'm bad. Okay, so starting this month, it will be held every Sunday except the first Sunday of the month. It used to be every Sunday. It's going on right now today, the Delightful Children's Meditation. Children will gather next Sunday and the following Sunday, every Sunday of the month except for the first one. With this expansion of our children's program, we would also like to expand our volunteer pool for assisting with children's meditation. If you would like to assist a Kyomanim on Sunday mornings and you have a strong immune system, whether once a month or every other month, we would be very grateful. Please see Kelly or Reverend Wongong if you are interested. Thank you.
We've also got some exciting retreats coming up in 2026. The MLK Day retreat is nearly full and registration will close early this week. Please sign up soon if you want to join us. Our young adult retreat for ages 19 to 32 is happening this coming Saturday from 2 to 7 p.m. Join us for a variety of forms of meditation, including a hands-on cooking class and mindful eating. A couple of spots are still available. Reverend Wongong's week-long spring retreat in April is at the Southern Dharma Retreat Center located in the beautiful Smoky Mountains. The registration is now open on Southern Dharma's website. This afternoon at 4 p.m., we warmly invite you to join us at the Raleigh Temple for an inspirational meditation surrounded by the peaceful woods of North Raleigh.
Wow, that was very smooth announcement. We are able to hear every single word. Shall we bless one another by singing the morning prayer song, page 11? Dhammakaya Buddha fourfold grace. Page 13. I begin
a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind. May I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dharmakaya Buddha fourfold grace. I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha fourfold grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
Let us open our arms, raising up high, stretching fingers, arms, and join our palms together, clasp fingers, stretch upward even more, rocking our upper body a little bit more. Breathe. And then waving like stars, beautiful hands towards Mr. Sonia over there, towards Patty. Have a wonderful week, friends.